is day 5 of 21 days of dating in real life to see if I can find a match off the apps. I went bar hopping in Atlanta. First stop was Barcelona. There was a very cute guy at the bar. I didn't get the vibe that he was going to speak, but then he asked me how my sangria is. Crazy enough, he was waiting for his date. She was already 40 minutes late. I was like, oh, I would have left. And eventually he did. On his way out, he says he's going to get dinner around the corner at Draw Bar, tells me I should meet him. I'm trying to play it cool, knowing full well that was going to be my next stop. But of course, I stained my dress. Once I got myself together, I walk over to Draw Bar, I do a lap, and I don't see him. Disappointed, but the night must go on, okay? I walk into Forge Historico for another little bite. The only guy there was way too young for me, so I just enjoy my food. And the risotto balls were so good. Oh my god, so cheesy on the inside. I was in heaven. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And the bartender slid me a marg on the house, so I was a happy girl. On my way to go to Wagyu House, a cute guy asked me if I'm lost. We get to chatting for like 10 minutes and nothing. He just goes home. Like, are the men okay? Because why would you even speak at all? I walked the country mile to Wagyu House only for them to be playing EDM and charging for entry. That was my sign from God to just wrap it up. I've got 16 days left and I'm struggling, okay? Let me know where you think I should go next.
Hey, yo, black men, what's happening? Now, the reality is, right, more black men are subscribing to the message of, listen, get with a non-black woman. And the reality is, man, listen, what that means is it's going to get tough. Forget tough. It's going to be hard out here for black women because you have more men subscribing to the theory of non-black women. And not only non-black women, some guys are just saying, listen, dude, I would rather be alone than to deal with you guys. And listen, I was one of the guys who took that route. You might say, oh, but that's too extreme. Listen, you got to do what you got to do to find your peace. And I told you guys, even when I found peace within my solitude, they still came through trying to disrupt it. How can you bother a man? How can you go out your way to try and ruin something for a guy who's not even making approaches? So, you, listen, I'll save that. I'll save that. Now, I wrote that joint for you guys, and you got the chick talking about, listen, she's doing 21 days of IRL dating, and she's on day 5, and she's struggling. And that's the reality is they're going to keep struggling. And especially in a city like Atlanta, you would think, oh, well, it's a black city, dude. Black love should be easy. Oh, finding a date should be easy. No, trust me. I lived there before. That city is garbage. It's full of games. It's full of trifling ass women that's going to waste your time, do you dirty. And again, even in the video, she talked about how the dude got done dirty. Listen, she said she went bar hopping. Now, I don't know if people still go bar hopping for real to really meet people. And again, she couldn't be a day under 35. So again, she's from a different era. For guys like myself, I'm in my 20s. I have yet to meet guys my age range talking about, listen, we going to the club, we going to the bars, we bar hopping, we meeting chicks. Like, guys my age aren't doing that, at least not in mass. Yeah, not in mass. Most guys you see in the club nowadays are definitely in their 30s. But anyways, right? First thing was first. She said it's been tough. She's been struggling, right? Dating apps aren't doing anything for her. Now, I told you guys in that one joint I made with the 26 black women I met off of Hinge, my social experiment. Listen, dating apps are garbage, but I think forget the dating app themselves because I matched with non-black women and listen, things were smooth. We went on a couple of dates. It ended nicely. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not looking to get married, so we part our ways, but it was smooth, right? It was smooth. At least we ended up on the actual date, right? Now, in the beginning clip, right, the female was talking about the guy she met at the first bar was waiting for his date for 40 minutes. In Atlanta, that's what black women do to you, black men. So she'll stand you up, right? She'll make up plans with you. She'll agree to a location, agree to a time, agree to a day, and guess what? No rain check, no calling to reschedule, no nothing, dude. She's not even giving you a heads up. Listen, I'm running, XYZ amount of time, but behind time, and that's the reality, dude. You're gonna waste your time. And again, he tried to save the night with this chick, and she couldn't even catch on to the signal. Listen, I want you to come with me to the next spot. She talking about, listen, I'm a sit here and chill. Yo, come on, dude. Listen, that city is just garbage, man. That city is just garbage, man. Listen, shorty, you're gonna keep on wasting your time. You're gonna keep going out on every weekend. No guys trying to take you back home, and that's the reality. Is that's the best she can hope for. Because I'm telling you, most guys, when it comes to black women, do it, they're not thinking long term. They're thinking, listen, I'm gonna pound this out tonight, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And even the dude who waited 40 minutes, listen, bro, if you come across this video, just go ahead and get you a non-black chick, dude. That's the reality. I bet you she won't have you waiting 40 minutes just to get stood up on a date, man. That's insane, man. Again, I know that pain. I know that feeling, dude. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you agreed to a date, you agreed to a time, you agreed to a place, and then you flake because that's all they do down there, dude. All they do is flake. All they do is waste your time. All they do is try to get you to spend money. Garbage, man, garbage. Then boom, she goes to the next bar and she's talking about, listen, the guy at that bar, he was too young. And I told you guys, they're trying to push the dichotomy of older women with younger men. Listen, you might have been too young. I'm sorry, he might have been too young for you, but you was too old for him. And I told you guys, listen, man, I don't subscribe to that, dude. If you're 25 years old, listen, dude, you shouldn't be with no 35, 38, 42-year-old woman. Like, no, man. Why should you have to suffer? Why should you have to deal with that old, worn down battle axe, man? You should be with a nice younger woman, especially if you're in your 20s, man. Come on. You deserve to be around young women, man. You don't deserve to be taking out no old chick. You know what I'm saying? And even at that bar, she said, "Listen, no one even spoke to her. Right? She's leaving, going to the next spot. A dude talked to her, and he didn't ask for her phone number. He wasn't trying to link up again. And that's the reality. That's what they're dealing with out here, man. It's excuse me. It's time that black men listen. The tables have turned. You can finally dish it back to them. And I say, listen, this is how you dish it out. Don't even speak. Don't even interact. Don't even shoot your shot, man. A lot of you guys, you don't want to accept abstinence when the majority of black women are forcing you to be celibate anyways, or forcing you to just refrain from sex because guess what? She's not throwing any box your way anyways. So you might as well just go ahead and be abstinent. You might as well go ahead and practice semen retention. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you dudes, man, you're smashing threes, you're smashing fours. Listen, I lived in Atlanta, dude. All those are super attractive black joints, man. You guys are not with those women. Stop it. Don't come in my comment section talking that cap, man. You guys are not with those chicks, dude. When you scrolling on Instagram and the baddie who's at the gym and she got 20K followers, dude. Those chicks, they're not going on dates with you guys in the comment section. Stop it, dude. Stop it, dude. And if she is, you're a free meal. You feel me? You're a free meal. You know how many dudes I knew in Atlanta telling me, listen, bro, I went on a date this weekend and she used me for a free meal. Oh, and I told you guys the fact that that's what black women, that's what they miss. They might they might get stood up, they might get flaked on. It might be tough for them to date, but guess what? Their backup option is wasting your time. You see, I made those videos in the past about chicks moving from the West Coast or chicks moving from up north to the South. right? Because it was hard for them to date where they were at, on the West Coast or up north. So they're moving down south to places like Houston, Atlanta, Florida, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, that's because on the West Coast, I'm sorry, on the West Coast and up north, as a black man, you have a option, right? If you don't want to date black women, you don't have to, because why? Due to proximity, right? Due to proximity, you have access to snow bunnies. You have access to Latinas. You have access to Asian women. You feel me? Indian women. You have access to Arabic women. When you're down south, and again, a city like Atlanta, where it's supposed to be this whole black city, man, black love, like, stop it, dude. No, all you're surrounded by are just black women, and black women who wouldn't even dare look your way. Black women who think, listen, you're beneath them. You're beneath them, and she only tries to, in the words of AC, reach back to you when all of her options dry up. Now, I told you guys the reason why chicks are even moving to a city like that is because she doesn't have access to Glocktavius, Tyrone, and Pookie on the West Coast or up north. Maybe every now and then, but not to her liking, right? So when they go down south, they already know, listen, I have simps in abundance. And even the simps, quote unquote, or the guys that they're not checking for, because I hate to call those guys simps, but some are simps, right? The guys that are not checking for on the other coast and up north, listen, if he wants to, he can date other options, or he can just choose to be alone. And I can tell you from what I'm observing, guys are choosing to, get with non-black women, right? But when you're down south again in those cities, your only option are black women. So if you want to date, you have to deal with it or be alone. And again, most men don't want to be alone. That's too tough for most men. And that's how I know I'm one of the few. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, man, when they go down south, they have an abundance of simps to have access to. And because Tyrone can't date out either. So listen, he has access to, and actually, in his opinion, it might be even better for Tyrone because now he has access to so many black women. That's the thing. One thing I realized living in Atlanta, right? The black women, they have no issue sharing a man, right? And what's funny is if the chicks know that you're single, they assume that you're gay. So if you're a guy who's in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, or you're married, especially if you're married, dude, you have access to a lot of chicks. And again, especially if you have the Tyrone build, the Glocktavius build, oh, just off of that, listen, the females don't mind sharing you. So listen, you'll have access to a rotation of 5 chicks, and they will know they're sharing this man, right? And until he gives her the time of day, until he gives her, her one Wednesday out the week or her one Wednesday out the month, guess what? She has an abundance, right? She has an abundance of access to simps to pick from because the simps, they're thinking, well, listen, man, my black queen, my black love, dude. You know what I'm saying? I love black women. All right, cool. You can love them all you want. I'm not saying don't do it, but guess what? You're treated bad, dude. You're treated like an afterthought and a second option, all because why? She feel like Tyrone is better than you. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit back and twiddle your thumbs from the sideline, and you can go ahead and be, third stream, fourth stream, fifth stream dude, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's the reality. Again, that same dude who said he was waiting 40 minutes for his date and she never showed up. Listen, I already know. I already know what that feel like. I know what it feel like to set up a date and all the bitch do is play games and try to make you wait, try to starve you out. Yo, bitch, yo, I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry. Nah, listen, I've been there. I've done that too many times, dude, and that's the reality. And again, those same dudes, because you don't have access to the 6, the 7, the 8. or if you do have access, he's wasting your time trying to get you to spend money. You know what I'm saying? In a godly amount of money at that. And some dudes you settle for a 3 or a 4. Listen, you deserve better than that. You deserve better quality. You deserve to be treated better. And that's the reality, dude. And that's why I tell you guys, listen, you might as well go and get you a non-black chick, at least at the base level, right? You can get with a fat, unattractive non-black chick, which I don't see why you would do that. But from what I'm observing, from what most guys who I know who are dating over the fence, right? These guys, and again, even from my own experiences, man, listen, I've have I have had access to more attractive and cooperable non-black women. We've gone on dates. We've hung out. Listen, she's not fat. She's not unattractive. Not covered in tattoos. You feel me? If we schedule a date for this day and this time, guess what? The date is happening. Listen, if I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money, she's okay with that. She's cool. She's cool. I've had black chicks. Listen, I've asked black chicks on dates before, and because I wasn't taking her to a certain place, right? That wasn't good enough for her. That's even a problem with them, that they want to control the dynamic of the date. They want to control where they're going. They're gonna ask you, where you taking me? I'm taking you here. You feel me? Oh no, oh nah, I'm not cool with that. Let's go here. Yo, listen, I'm cool. And again, she knows. She knows she knows that she can control you. You feel me? She knows that she can control the direction of the date. Anyways, dude, you guys can keep playing those losing games. I'm out. Peace.